Just a few slides today, and then we're going to jump right into a class. So super excited for it. So we will go through just the slides real quickly, and then we'll get started into the command class. But of course, as always, to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. And then to be the real estate company of choice for agents and their customers. And God, family, then business. And our Y4C2Ts. So for those of you that haven't heard, and you've been sleeping under a rock, we've been completely blasting out all about the ALS Night in Honor. Mari's been sharing tons of information with you guys. They're still in desperate need of sponsors and tables. There's still tickets available, right, Mari? Okay, awesome. So please, 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 if you guys are free on April 19th, join us for a night of this. We will be there. Michelle will be there. A lot of the office is planning on attending, so we'd love to see you guys there for a good cause. And if you can't make it, share it out with the community. I guarantee you, you know somebody who knows someone that has also been through ALS and would love to contribute or attend. It's always a good reason to get dressed up. So please share it out. If that is the only thing you can do, it helps tremendously. And then bucket fill. So go around and tell me something that not only just a bucket fill, but I want you to tell me something that you're thankful for, maybe something that happened just this past week that you're like, hey, this is nice to know that this happened. So not all at once though, no. Did anybody do an open house for somebody or say a thank you? Go ahead, Jessica.
Whoever helped out, James and my dad while they were gone. I think Josh did some, Taylor did some.
Awesome. Yeah, and it's nice to know that you can go on vacation and you have family that is there supporting you by our KW family and supporting your deals. So appreciate that, guys. Who else? Any bucket fills? A thank you to somebody for something they did, or just go ahead.
I want to thank you and Michelle for taking care of something so quick that I overlooked, and it was a document that I needed that you guys got back to me within like 24 hours, I would say, with the error that was on there. So I'm very grateful with a quick turnaround period for something that I needed. So I appreciate you guys for that.
Anytime. Yeah. Anybody online have a bucket fill they want to share or a thank you that they need to shout out to someone? Well, I have one, y'all, because I walked into an amazing decorated office and tons of love and flowers and gifts and candy that I'm going to need to spend the next 6 months at the gym for. But I really appreciate it and feel the love. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So office updates, we have pictures with the Easter Bunny and egg hunt coming up April 12th, 9 to 11. Guys, this is an event that you can push out to all of your clients and your friends and family, right? This is a free tool, basically. All you need to do is help donate candy filled with eggs. That's the easiest spinoff for you guys to have an event to be able to latch on to. Excuse me, I'm choking on air.
You know, while you're choking, I forgot to fill a bucket. Right here.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this morning, a Spanish-speaking gentleman came in and did not know a lick of English, not even one word. And we were just struggling and trying to figure out what he was trying to tell us. And so we got Gustavo on the phone. They communicated.
Heck yeah! So we can call Gustavo early. I love that. Thank you. And hey, that actually brings up a good point, guys. So at my last office, something that we added to the roster was we had a drop-down column. And if anybody has multiple languages that they speak, we would add it into the roster. We just added a row. I would love to do that here, to have a column where we list any languages additionally that you speak, because it was a really cool fact to find out that we had 27 languages out of 110 people in our office. I mean, ASL even, you know, American Sign Language is huge when you have clients. But to know that you had a referral partner right in your office that could speak languages that you didn't know, I think that'd be really cool. So Michelle and I will work on getting a list together. We'll drop it in the roster so that you guys can see all the languages that people speak. Also, I like to put the city that you live in because it helps us when somebody else says, hey, I have a last minute need, who's in this city? And it gives us a really quick go-to to be able to say this person's over there. Hit these 3 people up because they're probably your fastest bet. So we'll work on getting that project updated because I love that. Thank you, Michelle. So again, pictures with the Easter Bunny. Every open house that you guys have now in between April 12th, social media posts, blast it out, put it in your Facebook stories, your reels, your TikToks. Because again, this is a free event. We have an Easter Bunny dressing up. We have the costume, the backdrop. We're going to be giving out pictures. I'm bringing in my photo printer. We're physically giving them a picture with the picture frame on it. I have like a professional photo printer, so we're excited to be able to do that. And you know, it's going to be a fun little event and we're going to try to make it an annual thing. So this is something that you guys could really plug into and get your clients to come to for free, or your nieces, nephews, and family member, whatever you guys want to do to invite. But let's make it a big deal and start drawing in the community to something like this year over year. Any questions on the Easter Bunny event? And Ross is the little Easter Bunny, by the way.
Is the costume here?
I don't think it's here yet. No, they ordered it, so I'm waiting to see it. But I know that Ross has volunteered to be the Easter Bunny this year. I tried to get Scott to do it. I thought it would be fun to have a really tall Easter Bunny, but might scare the kids though. There's that. Yeah. I need him to be Elf at Christmas though, for sure. That's going down. All right. So I'm excited to share you guys with this helpful hunt. You guys want to come up and talk about it? Sure.
My bucket list is I love all of you guys, and I just wanted to wait to tell you guys that. You know, I didn't bring tissue with me, so I'm gonna try really hard not to cry today. It's been like a couple weeks. Last time, you guys were so great. We went out, we had like pizzas, care packages, everything, and God placed it upon my heart that when we went out last time, these people are there and they have like nobody that comes to see them, visit them. They suffer from mental illness. Some of them are addicts. Some of them life has kind of just happened. And we know that Easter is a big time for like the kids, the bunny, all of that type of stuff. However, these people, we see them at least sometimes once, twice a month that we go see them, and they're just sitting there. And we thought that maybe what we could do, and we asked them with their permission, is if they wanted to write down maybe anything that would be important to them or something that they needed that was within reason, that we'd really like to be a blessing to be able to help them out. And they got so excited about that. So these are 25 individuals that are out there, but I figured anybody that's willing to participate, there is an item in a name that's listed on most of the stuff that's on here, but there are also eggs in here that have gifts for you guys as well. So not every egg is for somebody else or something I wanted to be able to give back. So there are some things and some great treats, I would say, in there for you guys as well. If you guys wanted to participate, we just want to be able to be a blessing to them, to let them know at Easter when we go see them that somebody cares about them, that we've thought about them. You know, and like I said, nothing too crazy. I think the items in there are between like $5, maybe a max. There are a couple people, maybe $20 that do need some shoes. But if you want to know about the person or anything that's there, I'd be more than happy to share some basic information. I just couldn't believe the overwhelming support. I mean, they asked us for Bibles last time. I'm not getting into the religious stuff, you guys, so hang in there with me. But we gave them the stuff it is that they asked for. So like I said, whatever they're asking for, we want to be able to meet them, not just to be able to spend some time with them. And you guys are making such a big difference out there in the community that they're so excited that we're able to go back again. So like I said, we have some stuff in here for you guys as well. There's also raffle tickets inside each of the eggs as well. So, you know, and there will be a grand prize for you guys, I think, because I wanted for you guys to be engaged, that I appreciate you. So I wanted to be able to put something in there for you guys, because you guys have been so gracious with your guys' donations, with helping with other individuals. Did you have a question, Michelle?
There's 25 people were helping get.
There's 25 individuals that are there, but there's different things for
like
different
I'm taking
individuals.
4, one for each of me and my kids, so that we can do it. And this is an
She's already
example,
seen it.
a 6-pack of women's briefs, and it has the size. So basically, we're adopting these people by the items that they need.
Yes.
And you know, that's what Easter is all about too, giving back.
It is. And then those of you that, if you have an item in there and you don't want to get it and you'd rather monetary, like do it, like that's completely fine. I have no problem shopping at all. just so you guys know for any of the items. I know that you guys are busy, but I just want to let you know that I love you. I know God loves you. I pray for all of you guys to have like the best year ever in your guys' real estate. You guys are truly,
And she has raffle tickets in here.
I
as well.
do, because there will be a grand prize at the end. The only thing that we ask is for all items to please be back by the 11th or the monetary donation so we can get everything together because we plan on seeing them before Easter. If you guys,
There's no reason at 160 of us. that
Yeah,
we
like
cannot-
legit, like I
There's
just got
40 there's
4 items,
48
socks,
total.
underwear, super easy items.
yeah, I mean, you'll see like coloring books, like they have like nothing and we want to keep them occupied to be able to do things to let them know that they're just not forgotten about, like I said. So it was just kind of like an idea. No pressure for anybody to participate that's in there, but those of you guys that do, like I said, I appreciate you guys in advance for everything that you guys been doing. I'm sorry, I was gonna wait till the end.
No.
But you started grabbing eggs already. I was gonna wait.
Yeah,
Like, I was going to do it. Yes, no, thank you.
anytime.
Thank you, guys.
I want to do it for me and my kids, so.
Yes, oh, and very important, you guys. Whenever you get a chance, write your names on the back of the raffle tickets. There is a grand prize, so it is that you know. So some of you guys have eggs that do have things that said like you just won. Please make sure you come to the office afterwards to actually get your gift cards that are in there. There's ones that are in there for free showings as well that you guys pay $25 to $30 for. I will dress in press and I'll do those showings for you guys on behalf of the ministry. So there are definitely some things that are in your guys' eggs.
Thank you
So if you
guys.
guys didn't get those ones for those free showings, those are about $30 a piece. Them eggs might still be in this basket right here.
Love it. You
Thank
guys
you,
are
guys.
amazing. Thank you. All right. So we're gonna skip tech and marketing since I'm teaching a class today. And then training and education. Guys, Kathleen does an amazing job filling up our calendar. So keep in mind, if there's ever a class that you're like, hey, I need this, or I want this, or I'd love to see it, please reach out to her and let her know so that she can make sure to try to make that happen. But she has got some amazing events coming up in April and May, June going forward. So we're really excited to keep seeing the calendar get filled. And how's everyone's brackets doing? Yeah. Mine kind of tanked a little. I tried to be nice and push for Wisconsin. I should have stuck with my Houston roots, but it's all good. I think I'm in 10. Kathleen, I think, is holding first place still, right? Yep. Woot has been on a roll. She is first place. I mean, she lives and breathes basketball, so she's killing us all.
She didn't watch a single game this year. Don't let her drink.
Oh, he's up here talking smack. I'm pretty sure you and her have been watching games up front.
Oh, March Madness she has.
Oh, okay. Before March Madness, she didn't watch a game. Oh, interesting. All right. All right, guys, so we're going to roll into commands for those of you here in a second, and we'll just get through the rest of these slides. So again, the guys have been working really hard. The land guys, they have their big event coming up the 28th through the 30th at Kalahari this weekend. So wish them well. If you have anybody attending, have them stop by their booth. And then again, just a reminder that they always push out 30% of the sell side referral for Outdoor Dreams. So if you have anybody that has land, they're your go-to. And then Mega Agent Camp coming up in San Antonio. $9.99 is still the price. They are going to go up to $13.99 eventually. So if you are thinking about going, now is the time to get your tickets. It's a great event. If anybody is under the age of 29, I highly, highly recommend. If you're going to go, Alex, you wish, babe. But seriously, Quantum Leap is coming up in June. Gary Keller himself teaches this. It is huge. I got to sneak into the event 3 years ago and it was life-changing. When I tell you it isn't just real estate, it's like a day of life coaching and what you have going on in your life. I don't know if you guys know the whole story, but I have lost a total of 183 pounds over the last 5 years. And the last 60 something of it was because I sat in a room at Quantum Leap where I wasn't supposed to because I was too old to be in the room. And Gary Keller went on a health and wellness journey throughout the Quantum Leap process. And it was life-changing for me. I had decided that day that I was going to get the last 60 something pounds off and totally changed everything. I still like my sweets, but yeah, it's just the stuff that you will hear in those 3 days especially if you're in that age group and you're just looking for more drive, more purpose, more everything. It's fairly cheap. I think it's like $3.99 or $4.40. Truly invest in it if you can. If you're under the age of 29, I highly recommend Quantum Leap. And if for those of you that are not under the age of 29 and you have friends and family or kids or nieces, nephews that need a little direction, we'll post out all the stuff from Quantum Leap. But I really recommend getting in front of Quantum Leap. I think they have a Zoom version as well for $89, but I promise you being in the room is totally different because it's the conversations that take place in the room that aren't aired that really make a difference. Buyer's needs, anybody that has any desperate buyer's needs or seller's needs that you need to get out before we start on the command stuff? No, I know you guys shared a lot of properties last week. You got one?
I got just coming soon real quick. I
Okay.
just went in the system today. Showings actually start on Friday. 4-bedroom, 1.5 bath Cape Cod in Cops Park area. 1-car garage. It's listed at $249,900.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
Have an off market, in New Berlin, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, car garage. It's a ranch, about 3/4 of an acre. They're including, like a riding lawnmower and all like the snow blower stuff with the purchase, so it's great for first time home buyers. And that's on the south side of New Berlin for $375.
Awesome. Anybody else got any other sellers, buyers needs, requests, desperations? No? All right. Well, we will keep moving forward with tech stuff. So I'm going to lower this and all right, guys. So for those of you that have your devices, jump into command for me. And you can go ahead and open up 2 tabs, one being your mykw.kw.com report, and the second one being your command page.
Yeah.
The app will work some, but you can go to the internet on your phone and utilize it that way. And if you guys didn't know that, anytime you need like your DA or you want to upload documents and you don't have your laptop with you and you're on the go and the app's not working for you, you go to the internet on your phone, Safari, Chrome, doesn't matter, and you go to command, you have all the same full features that you do on a laptop. You just have to zoom in and zoom out and you can get to everything. You can get to attachments, downloads, all the things. So it's a nice little hack. If you're Apple, you can hit the little A up at the top in the URL browser and it'll allow you to reduce and to it to where it fits on your screen as well. So one of the things that I've been asked about a lot lately is you guys weren't aware that there was reports available to you. So if you go to mykw.kw.com and you click on reports, as I've been meeting with you guys, we've been going through your multi-year trends. And I was very shocked to hear that a lot of you are not looking at your multi-year trends or even knew that it existed. That is my favorite tool ever. That is something that if you've already met with me, you know that's something we go over. Mine does look a little different than yours because I have access to all of your reports. So yours will just have your associate production lookup. And if you look at these tabs here, I'll leave it here for a second. There's 3 things that I like you to be very useful with. One is your multi-year trend. That is going to show you month over month, year over year, your GCI, how many closed units, your volume. I want you to always be checking that. Know your numbers. If there's ever an issue with it, if something is missing from it, that is your chance to say something so we can get it corrected in the correct year and quarter. Number 2, I like to look at your both your listing detail and your closed transaction list and summary. Because when I look at your databases and I see that you're not tagging things and I see that you're not pushing things out on smart plans and you're not utilizing command at the highest level, this is where we're going to go back and find all the details to go back in and fix your database. And that's my second favorite thing to do. So when you start coaching with me, that's one of the things that we work on is the foundational stuff first. So we usually start working with your closed transaction list and summary. And if you've been doing real estate for 10 plus years, I will have you go back and do all 10 plus years. So I will literally do the project with you. If you're coaching with me, Michelle's going to start working with some of you. We're dividing up the list. So she's going to be working with kind of the agents that are not in PC and not in the top 20% that are kind of in that home growth homegrown cappers phase. So we will work on that together, but I want you guys to be aware of this. So I like to say, do something now your future self will thank you for. It's my favorite line. I'll give you guys an example. I had an agent in my last office. She was a top producing agent and she picked up in real estate so fast. She was rookie of the year, first year. She came out of teaching. We were able to push her salary from $60,000 as a teacher to over $470,000 in 3 years. Guys, that's huge. Right. And one of the things is, though, she grew so fast and was following all the systems, she forgot to set up her tags correctly. So she decided, she had an assistant, and she decided she was going to host a pie event herself, not through the market center, that November. And she was going to invite out all her past clients, but she specifically told her VA and her assistant that she only wanted to do the ones that were within like a 10-mile radius of where she lived. So her assistant didn't listen, number one. So she didn't do that specifically. And she had no way to go back and actually determine which clients were the closest because she didn't have the tag set up correctly. So her assistant invited all of her clients over the last 3 years that had been closed a deal with her. So needless to say, she had over 800 pies that she was responsible for funding and delivering to their homes because the assistant took the time to call every one of them and find out if they wanted apple, pecan, or pumpkin. The KW family got together and we helped deliver these pies with her and we made it happen. I think we ended up delivering close to 500 of the pies and then a few were picked up. Big mistake, big lesson learned, very costly. She did close 5 deals out of it, one of them being a $2.5 million deal. So we did not feel sorry for her at the end of the day. She did amazing. But the moral of the story is, had her database been tagged and set up correctly, this problem would have been eliminated. So there are 6 tags that I actually like you to have on all of your databases. One is the year that it closed in. So if you're taking notes, that is something that I like you guys to always tag. So that means if you closed a deal with that client and we are in 2025, they should have a simple tag that just says 2025. Now, you close another deal with them in 27, another one in 29, they're going to have 3 tags and that's okay. But you want them to have just the simple year. The second thing, of course, is the simple buy side or sell side. And those are already pre-set up in your tags for you, but I'll show you guys how to set up custom tags and clean up your tags. The third one is I like you guys to put your lender and the title company that you guys closed with, because that goes both ways. It shows how many times you've used that lender that year. So when you want to call up that lender and ask them to team up with you at an open house, they're not like, hey, I've never heard from you before. You know, why are you wanting me to help do something for you? But you can be like, actually, yeah, I've closed 7 transactions with you. I'm sorry, it hasn't been more. You need to know those relationships. And then the title company is important too, just the same thing, working that love back and forth. The other is the neighborhood. So knowing the neighborhood, the general area that you close the deal in. And I color code them just to make it fun. But I got this information from her closed transaction list and summary. So when you guys pull up, I'm going to pull up, who's in here can I use that doesn't mind me pulling up the transaction list? Anybody? Bueller? Can I pull up yours?
Hmm?
Yeah, okay. All right. All right, let's do it. Oh, see, I just clicked mine and I don't have one, so that's why we're not going to use mine. And it does take a minute for the reports to load. It's a little cumbersome, but guys, you have to remember this is KW agents across the entire world. Yours should pull up a little faster for you. Mine is filtering through all of the agents. Like the longest wheel of death. Did y'all's already pull up for you, your own? Yeah, okay. Mine definitely takes a minute. Once it pulls up though, I like to print out the history. So we're going to go through and once I can get Tony G's to open up. And does everyone know how to do bulk adding of tags and how to clean up tags? No? Okay. So I'll show you guys that as soon as we get through this very gruesome report. It's taking forever to load. This is longer than normal, I think, because I'm casting.
You can always move slower on the computer when you zoom in.
I know. This is like really painful though. Somebody tell me a joke.
More painful.
Ugh. No, it's literally painful. Oh, that time it was super quick. All right. So we're gonna go to, I always forget if it's closed transaction list and summary or sales transaction detail. It's one of the two, and I'm gonna regret if I open the wrong one because I gotta wait. It's this one. Okay, awesome. So sales transaction detail. Notice here, and one of the things I like to point out is that it has the address. It has all the contact information. So you have the address here. It tells you their name. It gives you all the details, seller side, all of the information. So I like to go through these and actually go in and tag them and update them based on everything that's on here. So I just wanted you guys to see that. Okay. Now I have agents say to me, well, this is only 2025. How do I see 2024? When you hover over reports, do you guys notice here the little yellow folder? That is how you get to your previous years. So that little yellow folder, and it's kind of tricky. So that is harder to do from a phone. It is better to do it from a device. When you click on it, it is like an old school index, Rolodex from like the library days. It allows you to go into your archives. And if you've been here 20 years, it'll have all 20 years there. So there is no reason that you don't have access to every report that you've ever done as far as closings go. So again, you just hover over it, then it brings you to the yellow folder, and now you can click on the same thing via each year. Print out all of these, go old school, highlight them, check them off, get them all updated, clean up your database and get your tags in there, because that allows you now to have the perfect foundation to move forward. So if those of you have admins, this is something you can put on their task list. But if you give it to an admin, what is the one thing you must do when you give it to them? Give them a date that it's due by, make it measurable, because otherwise it doesn't exist if you don't create a date next to it. Okay. So for any of you guys, if you have 8 years worth of stuff and we're talking over 40 transactions per year, be reasonable, give them some time to clean it up. But truthfully, they could do that all in one day. It's super fast, and I'm going to show you how. All right, so we're going to jump over to command. You know how to pull the reports now. Any questions on the reports? On how to get to them, what data you're pulling, and what you're looking at? Everybody's good? All right.
I work MCA, so we can definitely help you if you forget the past experience.
Yes. All right, so we're going to jump into commands. And one of my favorite things, if you guys didn't know this, is that you can hit this KW button and see what all of these words mean. So when you go into contacts, notice here how I only have 10 contacts showing because it only shows you 10 at a time. You can click here and choose 500. And if you have more than 500, you'll be able to at least see 500 at a time. This button here, when you check mark this, allows this button here to appear. It's your action item, your bulk item. When that button appears, you can then go in and add tags. So let's say that you wanted to bulk add. You've gone through your whole database of 20,000 people. You went through 10 pages and you've check marked everyone that you know just for 2025. And you have them first. You went through your whole 25 list and you check marked them. You can add tag to all those people at one time. So you're not having to do one at a time. Okay, so you would hit add tags and then you would already have that year in here. And if you don't know how to do that, there's two ways that we can add it. You can individually go into one file and add the tag manually, and then it'll be there available for everyone. Or if you click here in the top right-hand corner and you go to settings and you come down here to your command settings and we go to contacts and we go to contact tags. This is where you guys can clean up your tags. Any you don't want, any you don't use, you can go in and delete from your system. You can customize this and make this all yours. So if you have your 3 top favorite lenders, your 3 top favorite title companies, you can go in and color code them and add them in. If you, again, this is your database, so it only needs to say what makes sense to you. If you're like my teenagers, you have initials for everything. They come in and they're like TAYSM, mom. And I'm like, whatever, you know, they nonstop with all these. They're like low key, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. Seriously, whatever makes sense to you, it doesn't need to make sense to anyone else. Do you have a question?
Question, is there a way to weight the tags? So like, when you're looking at them in like the list view
Uh-huh.
with the contacts, that it shows up first? So like,
So you could put a number in front of it.
oh, this is a number.
So it's kind of like Excel or old school, like you're gonna trick it, right? Like if you're saving a file to a Google Drive, for example, when I have my recruiting folders, there's a certain order that I like things to appear in the packets. And so I save it, even though it's like ALC flyer, our marketing flyer, our price list, I save it 1-, 2-, 3-, so that everything, because I'm really OCD, stays in the order that I want it to, and it's chronologically. Or you could even letter it by the alphabet. You could do A-, B-, C-, so on, right? So yep, think of it always like old school Rolodex. You save the file or the tag as 1- or A-. Okay, great question. And again, you can choose colors too, just to have a plethora of not all be the same blue. But yeah, so you can go in and clean up your tags. You can add additional tags. So this is how you would do that. And then we'll go back over to contacts. So again, all I did here was I hit show, and I'm not an agent, so obviously my contacts are just fake in here right now. And I would check mark this, go to actions and add tags. And you can scroll down in here, guys. I don't know if you're aware of this, but you can remove tags in bulk. So if you have tags in here that you need to clean up and one off, same thing. You want to send a text message to your whole database to wish them Merry Christmas in one quick click and not have to go through individual smart plan per person. This is the way we do it. It's bulk action. Okay. So if I have 10,000 people in my database and I want to send out a happy birthday email or and I want to put everybody on it at once, or a smart plan that says, you know, happy Easter. I don't want to sit there and do 10 at a time, because if you go through the smart plan tab and you want to send out that smart plan to your whole database, it only allows you to filter through 10 clicks at a time. I don't have time for that. I'm a very instant gratification kind of person. I want to do it now and how fast I want to do it. So I will literally come in here and send email, and it can send, I don't have contacts for these people, so it's telling me not all my emails are in here. But you can actually do everybody at once. If I wanted to go in and add tags, I could do the same thing, add to smart plan. It's much better for me to send 500 at once. So if I have 2,000 people, 4 clicks is much better than 20 clicks. Okay. What question do you have? That is if you have a Twilio account set up, and it is fairly cheap if you guys are not familiar with Twilio. I pay $2.14 a month for Twilio, and I think I get like 5,000 text messages, and whatever you don't use rolls over, and it's good for 1 year and then it expires. So it's insanely cheap to be able to sign up for Twilio. I know most of you spend more than that at Starbucks or other places on a daily basis. For you to be able to invest $2 a month into something like that, that's going to better your business, is totally worth it.
Also, if they call it number.
Yeah, so if they call the number, and you can choose the number so that it comes from, that's a nice thing too. But if they call that number or they text that number, it comes directly to your phone number. So it doesn't actually go to like some off the wall number, which is nice.
I don't. The text goes to command.
You can set it up now to go to your phone. It's a new feature that you have. Yeah, because I actually get text messages from Twilio all the time. So you got to go into your Twilio account and choose to have it routed to your phone number. Used to be that it only went to command and you had to check the little bell notification, or if you didn't have the app open, it wouldn't show you the notification. Now it routes directly to your phone.
On the reply, does it come from your normal phone number or the Twilio?
It comes from the Twilio number. So I always have it set up in mind. The first time I say, hey, this is my office line, feel free to text or call me here, or here's my direct number with my QR code. Yep. Okay. So again, you can bulk action, send 50 people at a time. Any kind of additional things that you want to set up that makes it a lot easier. Yeah.
I have a question about Twitch. I know you can remove tags and add tags. So is there a way to merge tags?
Merge tags, no. Merge fields, yes. So if you have multiple contacts in your phone, you can merge contacts.
Yeah, I made a mistake. We haven't had a garden show tag.
Okay.
the home garden tags, like, check first, and then Jay started using it, so we've got some people that have one, there's two different tags, and now when we do the home garden, so we just make sure both of those tags are clicked, get our people to come up, but it would be nice to just kind of.
Yeah, so you could send that into labs team and let them know that you would love to be able to merge tags. That's a great feature. That would be cool. Right now you cannot. What you could go in and you're gonna have to select all your contacts and you can remove one of the tags and then just know that which clients had it. And then you could go in and add those tags right in for the right one.
You can just create a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delete the other.
Yeah, that's fine, that's just.
But the easy way to do that without having to individualize them is when you go in and select, you can filter it here. So you're gonna choose filters. And let's say that the tag, you're gonna choose tags. Let's say that it was, this is the Home and Garden Show. I'm just gonna choose 2023. Let me get this bad boy out of my way. Okay, and hit apply. And so it's gonna show me my ones with 2023, and then I'm gonna select bulk action. Now, while you do that, I'm gonna hit remove tag. Okay, and I'm gonna say the 2023, and I know that I have 12 contacts. Before you do this and hit remove selected, take a screenshot of how many. So if you had 40 or 50, right? Do a screenshot, show all 50, do a screenshot of those 40 real quick, move it over to an extra screen or a Google Doc, and then go back through really quickly while you have that screen open, select those new 40 contacts and add the new tag that you want to do. That way you're not taking too long to try to re-tag everything.
That's why I just never did it, it's just kind of fussy, done.
Yeah.
Well,
It should take Jessica no time at all.
Well, I think something that Allison's saying is you could actually select both of your current home and garden show tags, which will then pull every single
Right.
person. Add a new tag to those people.
That's good too, yeah.
Like home and garden,
that would be great.
That would be easier, yeah.
without all of them have the same tag and then delete.
The other two tags, that's actually genius, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I knew there was a way to do it, it's just that-
He got you.
So my advice is check your tags first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so clean up your tags, clean up your database, make sure, I mean, if you have multiple people in it, it's, everybody's got to be on the same page. So, did you have a comment or question?
I would just say I don't think there's any upper limit to the number of tags you can.
Nope,
put
there's
in.
not. You can have
So-
100 tags.
My tip to everyone else is like, if you have like people who are like, you met through the PTA, the kids' school, or
Mhm.
you met at, some function or some other group, like get specific, maybe. Like I have people that I play video games with, and like, it's not that many in there, but I have all tags, so if I think to myself, oh yeah, I'm gonna have this event or whatever, or I'm going someplace, like, if you go touch, just say, hey, I'm gonna go to Up Down on Brady Street, you wanna come with me? It's just like, I'm not texting everybody, I'm not texting those 5 people that it applies to.
I was gonna show you guys an example of some of the tags that we've done. See. On a sheet, it might not be okay. I'll send you guys a sheet that I have color coded that I've shared out before with tags. And it helps, but yeah. We'll put it on the website for you guys. But again, your tags are your own. They're just for you. It's for your database. It doesn't need to make sense to anybody else. But I always say, like I said, do something now your future self will thank you for. So if your goal is to have a team one day and you're a solo agent currently, do something that's going to make sense to somebody on your team or have an explanation as to why you did it so that you can teach it down the road. Okay. Don't ever think of just being a solo agent if you know 5 years from now your goal is to have a team and have additional people on your team. So any questions on adding tags or again merging tags? That's a great way to do it. Why we have tags. So again, it's for filtering. So I can go through and you can say, hey, I want to see my clients from 21, 22, 23. You could click 24, 25. And then you could get granular and you could say, I only want to see the ones that live in New Berlin, that maybe that live in, Wauwatosa, that live in Muskego. Look at me, y'all. I know a couple names. So Yeah, so again, click the ones that are in specific areas for you. If you know you were trying to host an event or you were trying to get people to come to our Easter event and you're like, I only want people that are within a certain radius of here. So that's how you would do it. That's the fastest way you should do it. So if you have those tags on there, it'll make your life 100% easier. Okay. So then what we do is we go through, you have all your tags, you clean up your database. If you have an address in there for everybody, then every single one of you should be putting them on a neighborhood nurturer. So has anyone in here played with neighborhood nurturer before? Yes, all of you are on them?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Post that stuff as them.
Perfect. So agents, for those of you that do not have listings and do not have buyers and have not closed a deal, a lot of you are hosting open houses. And with those open houses, you probably have contacts that have come through and you have their contact information. If they were specifically interested in that area and they liked it, you can assign them the address of the house you hosted for the open house, and they can get the neighborhood updates from that specific neighborhood, something just to think about that you should be putting them on. Put a tag in there, you know, that it's like open house client, not their house, whatever would make sense to you. But it allows you to go through and market what is going on in that neighborhood, how many homes are currently listed in the neighborhood, the average price point that's going on in that neighborhood, how many days they stayed on market. Guys, the big joke in our previous market center was that I had a bad habit of buying all of my top agents' homes. I sold my home 5 times in 6 years. And I moved 5 times in 6 years. I stayed in my exact same town, same school. The kids didn't move, but I moved physically because I kept buying my top agents' homes because they would put me on these stupid neighborhood nurturers. And I would find out that a home that I just purchased 12 months ago was worth $100,000 more because of the upgrades that I did. And I had the biggest home in the market center or the neighborhood, or I'd had the best upgrades. So I kept basically flipping and remodeling, and I would add in all these features and I would move. And it was like a well-known joke in our community. And they were like, hey, we don't even want to list our house. We're just going to come offer it to you. It works. The neighborhood nurturer works because I would get 12 emails from people attending my class and they would all tell me that this home was worth more money and this home had sat on the market for X amount of days. I can't just get my house right now to sell. That's what I'm dying about. It's been on the market since November and we've had multiple offers, but people's funding keeps not going through. So I don't recommend it when you get up to the $700,000 price point. You need to go back to the lower 400s. It works great. But yeah, the neighborhood nurturers work and people actually view them because people are nosy. They like to see what's in their neighbors' homes. They like to see what upgrades they have, what features they have, maybe how they designed their home. Even if it's not to sell, they just want to know what decor they've got and where they got it from. So that's the beautiful thing, is that it allows them to click on the homes that are currently for sale, but everything stays branded to you. So it doesn't have to be your listing, doesn't have to be your property. Okay. So I just want to share that out there about the neighborhood nurture. Make sure you guys are putting them out there. So can someone tell me the fastest way to share properties that are not yours, not using the MLS? The app is one way. What's another way? Your website. Yep. And I have agents say to me all the time, so my website is danametcalf.kw.com. And you can customize this website, and I'm happy to help you guys, but Marty Miller 66-day challenge 9.0 is out. I think he's on day 10 or 11 right now. They're 5 to 6 minute videos. They're on YouTube. I personally have been on the labs team for years. I'm in the Discord group with them, and I learned everything I know on the tech side of things from Marty Miller's videos. He breaks them down into Blue's Clues ways, and I mean it. He truly reminds me of Steve from Blue's Clues, but I open up one screen and I have it playing for 5 minutes. I pause it and I do exactly what he says. There's no secret sauce. I really don't know anything more than you guys should already know. It's just because I did the Marty Miller videos and I've done all 9 of, like all 9 seasons, so to speak. But what's really cool about the website is that you can customize everything. You can add your favorite vendors. When you go to it, you can search properties. So let's say that I wanted to see homes just in New Berlin. No matter what I click on, everything is going to stay branded to me. And again, I can't publish any of these to my website or to my Facebook because I'm not a realtor. It's just for show. But let's just say I was like, oh, wow, I really like this house. It just had a price drop. I click on it. Everything on it is going to stay branded to me. What is the first thing you see? Pictures of the home, right? And you're going to see my contact information. You're going to see the price, the property description, all the details that you would see on the MLS. You're going to have a home calculator. You can take this off, by the way, if you don't like it. If you have a preferred lender that you use and you don't want to push out other lenders, you can take out the home loans. You can take out the color covered. You have the option to control all of that on your website. The tax history is here, but no matter what, the schools, everything, every property you click on, every single thing is going to stay branded to you. So it looks like, holy crap, I have a ton of listings. I'm on fire. I just got started. But it is compliant because right here it says listing courtesy of, and it tells you who it's from. So you do not need to contact the realtor and ask for them to promote their property. What you cannot do is download the pictures to your phone or to your device and then create a little photo grid or a collage and post it on your Facebook page and promote the listing. Because at that point, it is plagiarism, it is stealing. You do not own the rights to the pictures. The photographer does and the listing agent that paid for them does. Okay, so I do have agents that would like to try to trick social media and they would download 4 or 5 pictures. They'd post it up on social media, contact me today. This listing just hit the market, and they'd post a link, you know, from their website in the comment section. Do not do that, because then I get a call from that other realtor that says your agent is stealing my pictures and promoting the home and like it is theirs. And it's not a fun conversation that I have to have with them or with you. So do me a favor, please don't do it. You wouldn't want it done to you. And so I always say to remember that, you know, but none of you are ever going to complain if somebody's promoting your listing and you're getting credit legally, right? Because they're going to bring you a buyer. So that's how you should always be looking at it. But you can promote all of these out and you can share these, and you have a couple of ways by doing that. You can click the share button here and it copies the link and it allows you to go over to Facebook. Or if your big thing is TikTok or LinkedIn's kind of, or LinkedIn, Instagram's kind of tricky because you can't post the link. You can in the comments, but I post the link. I wait for it to load. It'll show the preview of the house. And then because I'm OCD, I like to highlight it and delete. And that still makes the picture clickable. The link is still here, so you can click it and it'll go directly to that site still. And then I will go to ChatGPT, my best friend, and I will say, write me a short social media post using hashtags about this 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch style home in such and such city, or I'll copy and paste the description into here and say, shorten it for Facebook, add tags, add some emojis, keep it simple. And I copy paste and voila. I will go then to my Meta Business Suite right here at the bottom, and I will schedule out 2 weeks worth of post. Set it and forget it, like the old school guy used to say in all of the ads, truly. So there's no reason you guys can't sit down for an hour on a Sunday while watching basketball March Madness, or while hanging out, you know, at the house in between laundry and chores, having a glass of wine, whatever it may be that you're into. And go ahead and create 2 weeks worth of content just by sharing out social media. Now, it cannot be the only thing you're doing because that is not going to draw people in. Okay. So you have to have an attention grab. You have to have something like, should the forks be up or down in a dishwasher? It is the biggest debate that people love to comment on. Should there be beans in chili? People have an opinion, huh? No, see, I like it both ways, so it's all good. But I also see the reasoning behind both people's debate on forks and knives being up and down. It depends if you have little kids or you don't have little kids, or if you're a klutz and you're going to grab them and cut your hand. I mean, to me, I want the upper part cleaned more than I want the lower part, you know, but then do you want to touch the part you're eating off of if it's not family emptying it? It's a whole thing. People get really into it. Ask people to post their favorite Halloween or Easter costumes on their pets. The amount of people that are going to engage on your post, like create a cute little post that says, Happy Easter, show me all your favorite costumes for Easter that you've put your pets in or your kids in over the years, or your matching outfits. We're going to pull a random winner for $5 Starbucks gift card at the end of the day. You will have 50 plus comments with pictures, and then you go to random.org and you say, oh, 44 people replied, and you put in 0 through 44, it chooses number 23. You do a quick Facebook Live and say, hey, number 23, you just won the Starbucks gift card. Shoot me your phone number and I'll send you over, your Starbucks gift card via app. It's quick and easy. But do you know what you just did? You created an algorithm that people are going to come to now. Those 44 people that maybe were not engaging in your post, maybe not looking at your links you were posting, maybe not seeing your stuff. Now, for the next 72 hours, you are in their feed. You are going to be in all of their posts. They're going to see your stuff, and you now created a new avenue for them to look at. That is how Facebook algorithms work. You've captured them, and now you've created a pathway for them to click on your stuff. So that is why I highly recommend that you have additional content in there and not just listing shared. So when agents come to me and they say, I don't have a listing, you always have something to push out. Your admins always have work to do. No one should ever not have anything to do, because with Command, there are smart plans already out there for you. There are databases to clean up. There are listings to share, whether they're yours or not. There's always a nonprofit in here that is being promoted. Red Day. We have 4 events that we are a part of this year. If you guys haven't signed up, please sign up. They've already pushed it out. You can order your shirts. 4 different locations that we're a part of this year. That's huge. So you guys could be promoting all of that. And if you didn't know, one of them, I think it's called Souls for Jesus or Jesus for Souls. They're collecting used shoes, guys. How many people drop off their shoes at Goodwill, or they throw them away because they're like, who's going to want used shoes? They're collecting them and they're sending them over to kids in Africa who have nothing. And they're refurbing them and cleaning them up, and they're putting them in boxes, and you get to be a part of that. That's huge. So every open house that you guys are hosting, I would love to see one of 2 things: either the Easter flyer on the back of your open house, or the Jesus for Souls thing on the back of your open house, or the donation bags that you could be doing for the homeless on the back of your open house flyers. Because now when you're flyering and you're door knocking, you're actually bringing them something of value besides the fact that you're a realtor and promoting a house. You can say, hey, by the way, I have a bin set outside the open house. If you have any old shoes around here that don't fit your kids or don't fit your spouses, drop them off. I'll be happy to take them off your hands today. Right? But they're going to be putting your name with a face. They're going to be recognizing you. All of you know the Target logo, right? Everybody knows the McDonald's logo. You are your logo. Your logo is your face is your brand. So you need people to recognize you. So sometimes it isn't about getting a deal at that location, but they're going to remember that you're doing a good deed and that you invited them to something, that you collected something. So you're creating future branding. Okay. Any questions on why we do the posting or how we do it as far as going from our website to the Facebook page? No? I know it's been a lot today, like tag cleaning, and we've jumped around to the My Reports. But this was a lot of the feedback that I was getting, that some of the littlest things you guys didn't realize you've had access to. And this is all in here. And again, the secret sauce is go watch the videos. There really is no secret sauce. You got to put in a little bit of the legwork, but I promise you it's easy once you get it done. Any questions on the Facebook posting? No.
What are those videos called again?
The Marty Miller 66-day challenge. I'll show you guys. I know that Kathleen has already put it on the website for you guys, the link to it. But if you literally just go to Google and you type in Marty Miller 66-day challenge, he has a YouTube. And this is his YouTube channel. And he's actually on day 16 right now of the 9.0. These are the newest videos, meaning the newest command updates, the newest features. It's going to look exactly the same. You do not need to go back to 8.0 unless something is not published yet. So because he's only on day 16, maybe you need something specific in design, or you need something specific that isn't posted in 9.0. Go back to 8.0 and go watch the video. There's also a spreadsheet. So it is Marty Miller. Let's do this. He has a website. Here we go. It's kwcommandin66days.com. And he will, actually, I need to have my son do it. So my son created this for him. My son is 16. He did this when he was 12 years old in a tech class in high school. He had gone into an early BIM program. And so we created this spreadsheet. My son posted all the links on here for you guys. He listed the name of it and he categorized them and he put how many minutes each video is so that you can actually go in and see. And let's say that you just want to watch designs or you just want to know how to work on your website. He has them categorized so that you could just watch those videos. Okay, and for those of you that run teams down at the bottom, he has a whole team one, which is really cool too. And for Command MC, for those that are in leadership ever, he has a whole separate tab. But at the very bottom is all the teams. So if you're in teams, because teams is totally different, there's a mini series, there's only 10 videos, super quick to get through, but there are your team ones. So for those of you that have admin, and then how to do testimonial videos, he has a whole series on that as well. So we'll get the 9.0 plugged in for him onto the website for you guys. But if you have any questions, it is there. And watch the videos. Again, have it up on 2 devices. You have an iPad or if all you have is a phone and a laptop, play it on your phone, do it on your actual computer. Because I'm super hands-on. Being able to hear something like this doesn't set in until I physically do it. At least that's how I work. Not everybody's the same, but yep. Any questions? All right, well, that is it because our time is up. Go ahead. What do you got?
I was just going back to the tags, you said 1 through 6, and maybe you lump them together, but I only have 4
For what?
tags.
You're going to create more tags.
You said you had 6, then you said.
Oh,
plus-
sorry. Yeah. Okay, so year. I do the year. I do buyer or seller. I do like the title company and lending company. I like to do the neighborhood that they're in. And then I like to also do like zip code because it gives me a more general area, or sometimes like in Texas, county was the thing that I did more than zip code. So I would want to see like everybody that was in Chambers County, or I don't know as much about the counties here, but those are more the geographical 6 that I would do. No, that should be 6. All right, so any questions, just let me know. But thank you guys. Hopefully that was helpful.